get started right now. All right, you guys. So I want to welcome you back for the finale of Loki. Extremely excited for this finale. This has been an excellent series. Again, hands down, best series that Disney Plus has produced thus far. And I'm a huge Star Wars fan, as you can see. I'm always rooting for Star Wars to be number one, and I wish this was a case where I'm watching the Obi-Wan Kenobi series and I'm glowing over it. But no, this is a Marvel series. This is Loki. This is not Thor. This is not Iron Man. This is Loki, who I've always liked the character Loki. And in a weird way, I've always even rooted for him in a weird way. Not for him to win completely. But he's always been kind of a sympathetic character, and I think this particular series not only builds on that but expands on that. And now we've come from Loki being the god of mischief to the god of stories, basically a hero now. So it's really interesting, and I've heard a few theories on what people believe is going to transpire in this particular finale. I'm not going to spoil any of that for you guys here today. I'm sure you've already watched the episode if you're watching me do this here, but I want to go ahead and get started watching this, and then we'll discuss all of that at the end of this reaction, guys. So again, I want to thank you for joining me for this reaction of the finale of the Loki series, guys. Let's go ahead and get into this finale. He's bad. What? He's good. Oh, wow. He's back. The banner for Disney Plus has 3 separate advertisements for Loki, and they swipe very quickly, and it says he's bad, he's good, he's back, it's Loki. Very cool, very, very cool, very nice to open up the app and see that happen. So really cool, guys. Let's get into this episode. Very awesome. They went backwards with the title card. Oh, wow. He morphed into himself. That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah. We got to see the other side of it.
What happened?
Obi,
Is he dead?
what could we have done differently?
Good question. We took too long.
Ouroboros. This is Victor Timely. Victor Timely, this is Ouroboros. Guess what? The TVA handle...
Ouroboros.
Look at this. So the events are changing
is a model of the
slightly.
moon, which Obi so helpfully mocked up. Obi, how long will it take me to know everything that you know about mechanics, physics, and engineering?
How much do you know?
Let's assume I know
Nothing.
much. But I'm a fast learner, and I'm a god.
Well, let's start at the beginning then.
Start at the
We don't
beginning.
have time for this. Look, it's better if we walk along.
Obi, I understand. But if I had to know, I mean, I really, really, really had to know, how long would it take?
Decades.
Centuries.
Wow. Centuries later.
It's gonna make total sense.
Look, I'm not questioning your
Centuries later.
advanced engineering skills, but
Get suited up. When those doors open, get down the gangway as fast as you can, load the multiplier, hit the green button, launch it, and get back.
yes.
Whatever you do not set the multiplier down or it will roll off the gangway. Okay? Don't forget.
He's seen all of this stuff happen. He's seen all of that stuff happen.
To be brave.
Watch out, Obi. It looks like
Someone's coming for your job. That's right. I'm a-coming. Obi, watch your back.
He's seen all of this happen before. He's done this several times. He's going to get far, but he's not going to be able to make it. Oh, wow. Wow. His suit is going to deteriorate before he gets out there. No way he's going to make it. Oh, he hit it. It shot. Did they miss? I don't see it.
Yes, come back.
He's not gonna make it.
This way. It's gonna
He's
work.
not gonna make it. Oh, he did make it back. Something's gonna happen. It's not gonna work.
These readings are off.
What do you mean off?
I don't know. They're just off.
It can't be.
The time are duplicating and expanding at an infinite rate.
At an infinite rate.
I don't understand.
You'll never be able to fix it.
It's a scaling problem.
And that's what we were adjusting for.
Ilum will never be able to accommodate for an infinitely growing multiverse. You can't scale for infinite. It's like trying to divide by zero.
Yeah.
It can't be done.
So no matter how much we increase the throughput, it will never be enough.
Enough. Never enough.
The loom will always fail.
Yeah.
This was doomed to happen.
Yeah. It was meant to happen. No matter what Loki does, this is going to happen. But he who remains knew this. He knew this. Oh, he's got to go back all the way that far.
Stop. I've seen it.
Let her see what you
know
know.
Get out of my way.
Let her see what you know. Let her
You want
see.
to stop.
You're going to have to kill me.
To kill me.
Is he going to have to kill her?
Close.
He who remains has seen every single one of these
You have
scenarios.
to kill me.
Her to- All right, he stopped it. This is interesting.
How many times have you been at this?
What did you do?
Oh, come on. You're not telling me you haven't learned how to pause time yet. I figured you'd be way past that. So, this isn't the first time we've had this conversation, is it? I know about the slipping.
Huh. He
And
knows
who
about
do you
this.
think paved that road?
This is all his plan. I knew
Survey
it.
says?
He
Who remains?
Bingo. Here you were, slipping through time, thinking you were sticking it to the system, gonna beat the man, and then whoop, here he is. Okay, when you're ready to have a conversation. Okay?
Oh, he learned how to pause time.
And what makes you think this is the first time we've had this conversation?
So,
He
the
said
temporal loom is a failsafe. When the loom is overloaded with branches, it deletes the ones that aren't supposed to be there. Everything except
The
the
sacred time.
timeline. As you may or may not know, my variants are already out there.
We'll find them.
There's too many.
I won't stop.
Doesn't matter.
Never stopped me before.
I know, champ. But the outcome to this equation
It's always the same.
remains
The same.
It remains the same.
I'll change the equation.
Yeah, you got to change the
I'll
equation.
break your loom.
But the loom prevents a brutal war where nothing survives, Loki. Not even the sacred timeline.
Yeah, you got to take something out of the equation, like I said.
What are you gonna do? happened to your partner? The hunter who pruned the boy when you couldn't.
Well, things worked out fine for her. She actually became a judge. You know, she's the reason you're here. Instead of dust in a TVA vent. That's that. She knew the
Renslayer.
hard thing to do.
Damn. Wow.
What's happening?
We're outside time. I've tried everything. The only way that anything
As if I
survives.
never kill he who remains in the first place.
Yes.
So you have to kill me.
Yeah.
Not giving you my blessing if that's what you're waiting for.
This in the trailer that he was going to walk out there.
I know what I want. I know what kind of god I need to be. For you. For all of us.
Damn. So is Loki going to sacrifice himself? But he makes it out pretty far. Yeah, his clothes are tethering already. Okay. Damn. And there's his... All right, we got Loki in his outfit, baby. Horns are going back. That is freaking awesome. Damn, he's getting older. Wow, he destroyed the loom. He destroyed it. Now the timelines are everywhere. And he can repair the timelines. He can revive the timelines and stop him from dying. Huh. Cool. Wow.
It's giving us a chance.
Wow. Loki. And he's repairing all the timelines. His throne. Oh. Loki. Oh, and that's He Who Remains. Oh, yeah, that the castle's being wiped away. Wow. Look at that. He's basically the loom. Holding everything together. And this is the multiverse, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and it's a tree. It's like a tree. Very awesome. After.
How are things going over here?
Miss Minutes.
Hello, I'm Miss Minutes.
And are we sure she won't?
Try to kill us all?
Yeah. Do any of them know that we exist yet?
Oh, I guess one of them caused a little bit of a ruckus on 616 adjacent room, but they handled it, so we're all good for now.
So what you asked for?
He was on 616.
Yeah, I'll meet you up there.
All time, always. Okay, so let's see what this is now. OB. More handbooks. The young version of Victor Timely. He never got the book. He never got the book. Here we go with Renslayer. Oh, wow. It's a piece of the TVA right there. That's interesting. Oh, he's...
Well, see you around, I guess.
Where are you gonna go?
You?
I might just wait here for a little bit. Let time pass.
Loki. Glorious purpose. All right. So, really enjoyed that series. I enjoyed it immensely, and I did enjoy the finale. I thought it was a great finale and an outstanding conclusion. Obviously, Loki having to make a sacrifice. He's basically sacrificed himself and put himself in the similar position of He Who Remains. However, now he's basically physically hands-on with the specific timelines, basically keeping them alive, because without his magic, they would die. As He Who Remains mentioned to him, if he destroyed the loom, that the branches would just die anyway, and nothing would be left. But now, because of Loki, he's able to keep those branches alive without pruning them, and but his fate is to remain for that way for all time. So it seems, at least that's the way I read it. But of course, I will go through all the various breakdown videos, New Rock Stars, Screen Crush, all of those guys, and see what their take is on it. But my personal take on that is basically that, and I've also seen some theories on this as well, where I forget the official title that Loki has taken on now. But I don't know if it's Loki Supreme or if it's the God of Stories. I know that is another a title from the comic books that Loki does take on. But there's another title that I can't quite remember at this moment. But I want to say it's Loki Supreme, but I'm not sure. That comes with his new position as basically the overseer of all timelines. So really a very interesting outcome with this particular series, even though a lot of the breakdown channels did kind of predict this. Even the repeating of Victor Timely being spaghettified with Loki trying to find every scenario that he could to break this loop that unfortunately he found out that he wasn't able to break unless he basically changed the equation, which that meant either sacrificing Sylvie, which I actually thought that was going to be the outcome. However, the ultimate sacrifice was the sacrifice that Loki made for himself, which basically puts him in the same position where He Who Remains, where he would he's doomed to this particular position, to be alone. Basically, was always Loki's fear. That's exactly the sacrifice that he's made, being alone on his throne, the ruler of all time. So I think it is a fitting ending for Loki. I like the fact that he was able to break the loop. In a way, he won, but he lost. And as we all know, Lokis are always destined to lose. Yes, he lost in the sense that he will always be lonely, but he also won in the fact that he has that throne that he's always craved, and he is the ruler of all timelines. So really great series, great episode, and I love the development of the character for Loki throughout this, not only the films, but we saw that continued growth in this particular series. So I enjoyed this series immensely. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this particular reaction, that I think this is the best series that Disney Plus has been able to produce. And this finale and this fitting in for Loki just solidifies that thought. So again, excellent episode. I enjoyed it immensely. And it's interesting that we didn't actually see Renslayer get killed. And Miss Minutes is still around, but they basically rebooted her. So we don't know if she's still going to be the sadistic AI that we saw smiling when Doc and her Minutemen were being crushed. But she could be a villain, possibly in the future, if they ever decide to come back to this particular storyline. I'm sure it is something that they could easily do if there's some kind of conflict between the timelines. And we also know that they are actively hunting down the variants of Kane, and possibly pruning those particular variants. So we'll see if that becomes an issue or a problem. We haven't got an announcement for a season 3 or anything of that particular nature. And then, of course, given the fact that Jonathan Major has the court issues and the trial that he's currently going through, I think this kind of either gives his character a fitting conclusion, or there is an opportunity to bring this character back if everything goes well from his perspective on his trial. So we'll see how that all plays out. And I think Marvel kind of put themselves in a good position to where if everything turns out bad with Jonathan Majors, they can leave everything as it is and go with the new villain going forward for the remaining of the phases. Or again, if he's acquitted in this trial, I think they can easily bring this character back, given the fact that all of his variants are still out there. So I thought they did a really good job with this particular series, given the fact that all of the obstacles that they had to navigate, again, Majors and his trial. I thought the writing was superb for this particular series. I'm kind of giving you guys my review of the finale and the series at the same time, so please forgive me. But guys, as I mentioned, I enjoyed this finale immensely. I think it is a fitting end for Loki and the rest of the characters as well. Of course, we also have our multiverse that Loki is now in control of. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and score this finale, and then I'm also going to give you my score for the series as a whole. For this particular finale, I'm going to give this finale a 9.5 out of 10. I thought it was a great finale. I thought it was well written. Again, I thought it was a fitting ending to Loki and wraps up everything very nicely, as I mentioned. And of course, I thought the writing throughout the series was excellent. And that's why I scored this particular episode a 9.5 out of 10. Wasn't a lot of action in this particular episode, but we did get that amazing scene with Loki basically taking up and carrying all the timelines up to his throne and reviving all of those timelines using his magic. And then, of course, his outfit, him getting into his outfit was absolutely awesome. We haven't seen his outfit this whole series or since the beginning of the series when he was first captured, and now we saw the Loki Supreme outfit with the nice cape and everything. So very cool, very awesome, fitting ending for Loki. And again, that's why I scored this episode a 9.5. For the series as a whole, you know, it's difficult to give a series a 10 because that means the series was absolutely perfect, no flaws. And while I thought, obviously, there were. I really can't think of too many flaws with this particular series. I've enjoyed just about every single episode. I can't really say that there were any episodes that were slow per se, and I'm talking speaking on both season 1 and season 2. I thought every episode brought something different and new to the table. And there were always interesting aspects to figure out and learn throughout this particular series. So I'm going to give this series a 10 out of 10 because I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I thought it was well written. I thought it was a very smart series. I thought the acting throughout season 1 and season 2 were excellent. Each actor fulfilled their role and their character perfectly. Jonathan Majors, I thought was one of the standouts in this particular series. I thought he did a great job with He Who Remains and Victor Timely, playing those two different characters and making those two different characters seem absolutely different. All of the surprises and things that we got in this series were just really, really well done. And I just enjoyed this series immensely. I can't say enough about this particular series, guys. And that's why I, again, call this the best series that Disney Plus has put out thus far. And that's why I'm going to give this series a 10 out of 10, guys. So let me know what your thoughts are in regards to this finale and the series as a whole. Did you enjoy this series? Do you think 10 out of 10 for the series is doing a bit much? Or do you feel as though that this series is a 10 out of 10? And then in regards to this finale, what did you think about this finale? Did you think it was a little slow? Because obviously we got a lot of dialogue in this finale and not a lot of action. Usually your finale provides you with a lot of action. Again, I enjoyed it, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. Put those comments down below. The next series coming up, I believe, is going to be Echo. if I'm not mistaken. I haven't even actually watched the trailer for Echo yet, but I've heard some good things about that trailer. I've also heard some decent ideas in regards to how they're going to handle the Marvel shows going forward, where they're not going to necessarily connect to the films, but they will be more grounded stories. So we'll see how that works out. We know that's how it worked out with Netflix. And then also Echo is going to be rated MA for mature audiences. So obviously I think there's going to be a bit more blood and gore in that particular series, which is a cool thing to get with Disney Plus. That will be the next series that I do my reactions to. So if you are looking forward to that series, or if you want to see what my reaction is to that particular series, please make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then of course you also want to hit that bell so you get alerts when I put up those reactions. I want to thank you guys so much for riding along with me on this journey with Loki. I thought it was an excellent series, and I'm looking forward to the next project, Echo, and I hope to see you guys when that series premieres, guys. Thank you so much for joining me.